Ladies and gentlemen, behind me is the brand new Kia Sorento. And Andre, did you know that once upon a time, the Kia Sorento was a proper body-on-frame SUV with a proper low range?
Yes, I do know that because my dad owns one.
Get out, your dad owns one.
Yeah.
All right, well, in this video, we're obviously going to find out if this new one is any good off-road by taking it up Tombstone Hill.
Under the hood of this all-new Sorento are 3 power plant choices. In this case, we have a good one. It's a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine with lots of power, 281 horses and 311 pound-feet of torque. We need all the power here at higher elevations of the Rocky Mountains, about 8,300 feet above sea level. And this engine is mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, and of course, very sophisticated all-wheel drive.
So this new Kia Sorento is a 3-row family hauler, and you might be thinking to yourself, why not just get a Telluride? I have the answer. The Telluride is A, more expensive, and B, 7 inches longer. So this is a much smaller vehicle. Now we're rolling on 20s. These are Continental Cross Contacts, and they're, let's face it, all seasons. They're not going to be grand off-road, but they should be good enough to at least go up the truth side of Tombstone, maybe not there. The other great thing about this all-wheel drive model is it's about 1 inch taller than the 2-wheel drive, so we're at about 8 inches of ground clearance. Not quite as tall as the Subaru, but nevertheless, hopefully tall enough not to scrape the chin. We like to call this Tombstone Hill, and that's because there's a tomb at the top of this hill. Yeah, crazy, I know. It's got 2 sections, truth or dare. Truth is rocky, slippery, dusty, but relatively straightforward. Now dare, that's the one that really tests a crossover because it's got a lot of articulation, a lot of big boulders. So Andre, you ready to go? All right, so let me show you truth or dare. That is truth, pretty straightforward, but here's where it gets tricky, and this is where most crossovers get hung up. It's dare, because it gets really rocky here. So,
okay, I'm all rolling.
This is usually the tricky part, as you can tell. Well, maybe you can't tell. The camera kind of flattens everything out, but it's steep and rocky and ledgy and loose and all the stuff to test the car.
Without center locker, how about that?
You know, it's up to you. If it were me, I'd just lock her. You know, let's give the vehicle all the advantage it can. The other problem is
dual clutches are great kind of on the racetrack, but they're not so great in traffic, and they're not good off-road. They tend to overheat.
It is an interesting choice to do a dual clutch transmission. So
hold up, stop, you dropped the camera. We've already dropped the camera. That happens a lot when off-roading.
So that was weird, Roman. So I put the car in park. I'm on the slope, and it rolled back about a foot. And I think maybe that's kind of like the dual clutch trying to work itself.
Yeah, like I said, they're not grand off-road. So by the way, in case you're curious, that Ford back there, that's our new Ford that we're going to be using for our cheap truck challenge. We bought 3 trucks for under $5,000, a Ford, a Chevy, and of course well, I was going to say Ram, but it was Dodge back then. And we're going to be comparing them, and we're going to take them to Moab. So head on over to TFL Truck if you want to see the cheap truck challenge. I think we're going to call it no payment needed. Somebody suggested that in a comment, and I thought it was brilliant. All right, are we ready to resume this video, Andre?
Yes, I'm going to lock it up, dude.
Yeah, don't screw with it. Just lock it up and bring it on up.
All right, smart mode, center lock enabled, drive enabled, my camera system enabled. I can see in the front better now. So let me...
Wow, you're already stuck, Andre. You haven't even hit the hill. You want to back up a little bit as soon as this exterior gets stuck.
This does not bode well. This may be kind of the family...
All right, I'm ready now.
All right, go for it. This may be the family grocery getter more than the off-road adventure mobile. All right, here he comes.
Come on, figure it out. There, the all-wheel drive system did it. and it's very, very dusty. But you know what else? It's a little bit lurchy. The traction control system is working overtime. There. I have to use a lot of gas.
Wow, those tires are crap for off-roading.
The traction control system is kind of freaking out. It's trying to work really hard, and the tires are not good.
What mode are you in?
I'm in Smart.
All right, try snow. That's going to replicate like these, you know, slippery conditions. Give that a shot.
Snow mode seems to be appropriate for this loose dirt. Here it goes. Come on, figure it out. There, it did it.
Oh, that really struggled, Andre.
First of all, the accelerator, because I have to use a lot of it to tell the system I want to move, it also makes the driving a little bit lurchy. You know, it kind of jumps forward when it picks up traction and then slows down.
Hey, well, do this. Try hill descent control on the way down. See if that works, okay? I have a really bad feeling about Dare, dude. I mean, it barely made it up truth. Well, certainly try Dare, but I don't think it's gonna go.
All right, dude, I'm engaging hill descent control.
All right, come on down. So you can't tell on video, but like I said, we're at about, what, 8.5, 9,000 feet of elevation. It's really steep right now. And so you're thinking to yourself, my Civic can do that. If you think you can do that, please bring it here and try it. We'll film it. We'll make you YouTube famous. That was really fast, Andre. Did you have to use your brakes?
Yeah, I had to help it out. I'm trying to use my cruise control button to kind of slow it down, but it seems to be a little bit quicker than I expected.
So my sense, at least from going up truth, is that, you know, Kia builds a really good family hauler, vacation mobile, but they've got a long way to go if you're looking at this thing as your next Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I would review right now, but let me try to tackle at least the beginning of Dare and see if I have the clearance or the tires to do it.
Of course, this Sorento right here is the new X-Line grade, which is supposed to be a little bit more adventurous, but it's mostly an appearance package. But it's an all new interior, and it's pretty amazing, I think. And here on the off-road test, I will be using my cameras. I have 360-degree views, and here's my center diff lock, so I can hopefully distribute power 50-50 approximately front to rear. And I don't really have an off-road mode. Sport and Smart and Snow and Eco are my choices.
Yeah, but you do have hill descent control, Andre, which is weird. So hill descent, but no off-road mode. Why would you do that?
Wow, check it out. There is a giant composite plastic skid plate. I don't know how strong it is, but it's nice to see it's there.
So like I said, this is a 3-row SUV, but I fear that the 3rd row may best be suited for either kids or small primates. Let me see if I can actually fit back here. Oh, well. I kind of sort of fit. But
you've given your passenger no leg room in front of you.
Well, there you have it. You can either sit in the 3rd row or the 2nd row. Hey, Andre, how much room is behind me now that I've got myself crammed in back here?
Let me show you. You can open the rear hatch right here. There's a button hidden underneath the door.
Oh, just enough for a pair of off-road shoes, huh?
Not a heck of a lot of space.
I think this is where the 7 inches that the Telluride gives you becomes much more useful.
Yes.
See how much headroom I have?
Not a lot.
I guess if, you know, you like looking down, it's a good place to be.
Can I fold this down? Hold on.
Yeah, sure, fold it up.
Oh, hey, now I can really put my shoes in here.
Yeah, and I can actually get out of here. Much better way for big guys than squeezing out the door. And one of the things we pride ourselves is by doing real world reviews, and this is as real world as it gets. So, you know, we're lucky to be here in Colorado to have access to these kinds of trails, yeah, you're not going to find this stuff out by not trying things. So I hope that is a nice way of saying if I break this Kia, I'm sorry. I would stay to your left. I don't think it's going to go. I would say driver. I don't think it's going to go passenger. You're good. Give it a little bit more gas again.
Okay, let me try again.
I'm not going anywhere, dude. Yeah. I think that's all she wrote, Andre. We're either going to burn out the dual clutch.
Or the all-wheel drive system or something.
I'm going to burn out the, or the tires. All right. Well, this is as far as she gets.
My transmission is overheating.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Transmission temp is high. Stop safely. Okay, we're stopping. That's fine.
Once again, I figured this might happen. All right, back her up.
Okay.
I think you're fine. Just back up. There's no articulation to be had here, Andre. You're good. Kind of what we expected, and that's because in previous episodes, we've actually taken Kias up what used to be Goldmine Hill before that got shut down, and we kind of had the same results. So, bad tires, dual clutch, no articulation, and that's what you get. But nevertheless, great value. Hey Andre, shall we give it a Roman score? Do you know what that is?
I don't think so, but what is it?
A Roman score is 0 to 5 chipmunks, with
What?
5 being great, but 0 chipmunks being bad. So how many chipmunks do you give it on the Roman off-road score?
Just for the off-road performance?
Yes.
I would give it 1.5 chipmunks.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason for this being the transmission was a little funky. It was lurch sometimes. Sometimes it would roll back when I didn't want it to. So I think it was trying to find the right gear, and of course, not a lot of traction from the tires.
Yeah, so what we have is a car that's a great family hauler, but if you're thinking about going on your next off-road adventure, you might look somewhere else.
Yes, but you know what else?
What?
It's an excellent value. $44,285 for this, leather, screens, heated and ventilated seats, and the rest.
Yeah, the only thing you don't get from that long list of luxury features is memory seats. Go figure.
Okay.
So, if you guys like the chipmunk score, let me know. That was the best and most off-road worthy animal I could come up with. As always, this is Roman
And Andre.
saying thanks for watching. And remember, check out TFL Off-Road for more news, views, and of course, honest and independent chipmunk reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.